with the National Week of Action Against ALPRs. By being here tonight, you are joining 26,000 other people across the country in over 500 events that are making the decision to stand up and say no to mass surveillance and no to ALPR. Give yourselves a hand. Yeah. Over the last year and a half, over 100 contracts have been canceled across this country. This didn't happen because a national org swooped in and waved the magic wand. This happened because folks just like everybody here stood up in their community and said no more mass surveillance in our communities. So for tonight, we're going to take a little walk. We're going to go down Chapman, I believe here. We're going to take a look at a flock camera. We're going to talk a little bit about how it works. We're going to demystify some of the technology involved. We're going to talk about databases. We're going to talk about data sharing, and then we'll make our way back here to discuss surveillance broadly. Any questions before we get started? And there will be plenty of time at the end for Q&A, so hold all your questions, please.
Nice.
How many of you are familiar with Flock at a high level? Probably most folks here, right? How many people here know how these cameras work?
I don't know.
That's perfectly fine.
Sort of.
Okay, one person maybe, okay. So we'll kind of take it from the top. So what we see here is a Flock Falcon license plate reader camera. They're easy to identify because of their distinctive shape. See, it's kind of oval, it's got the lens at the top, and it's got the hood on it. And most of the time, but not always, you will see that it's got a solar panel attached. But they can be hooked into main power. So you will see these sometimes that are hooked into the utility power. So now, yeah.
Who pays for that?
Uncanny, right?
Who pays for that? We
So
do.
we will get to that.
Yeah.
So a little background on Flock. They started in 2017. They rapidly expanded across the country with their primary clientele being cities and police departments. They went from being a startup to being valued at over $8 billion. They started out with license plate readers, but their product line has expanded to include license plate readers, gunshot detection devices, real-time crime center software, and pan-tilt zoom cameras. One point that we're going to be hitting a couple times tonight is Flock is infamous. Flock is infamous with good reason, right? They are a bad company. They should not be trusted, and cities shouldn't be doing business with them. But the problem is bigger than Flock, right? Flock is not the only vendor that produces automated license plate readers. They are not the only surveillance company in the country. So what's actually happening with this camera? The basic process. We've got some trade.
They're the installers.
Yeah. So the basic process that's happening is this camera will take a picture of every single car that passes by. It is indiscriminate surveillance, so there is no differentiation between a car on a hot list or a car that is suspected of a crime. Every single car gets scanned, and so here's what happens. It takes an image of a vehicle, so if we can use that car as an example, right? It takes a picture of that car, then it goes through a process called optical character recognition, OCR. This is the same function that you have on your phone if you scan a receipt or you scan a business card and it spits out information. It is the exact same process. This is a ubiquitous technology used in millions of devices. When it takes that picture of the license plate, it turns it into plain text or metadata. Now this is important. That data can be easily shipped off to a database where it is searchable, right? This is the power of the license plate readers, is searchable information. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a large city or a large region, right? Let's say we have 500 license plate readers, which is definitely, that's probably a dramatic undercount in Orange County. 500 license plate readers recording 24 hours a day, but they don't have OCR to turn it into plain text and databaseable information. In 1 month, that is 360,000 hours of footage, right? I can't think of any police department that has the person hours to manually review 500 or 360,000 hours of footage, right? This would be like the difference between having Google to search for something or going to your library and having to manually find something with no card catalog, right? We all remember card catalogs here. So that is the key to the whole workflow, right? Now this technology is not unique to clock safety, right? Axon, Motorola, Vigilant, Axis, Hanwha, Record, Verkada, we can go down the list. All of those cameras are capable of performing this function.